You've decided to buy a motorhome. You've got $20,000 to spend on a pre-owned model, but there's a decision to make. Do you go for a van conversion, or do you go for a coach-built model, like this Hymer, which is a 2003 model? Because one thing is certain, there's an awful lot in here that you wouldn't find inside a camper van. For starters, just look at all these travel seats. Those are seats complete with safety belts. 4 here, and then the 2 in the cab. That's remarkable, and you wouldn't get 6 inside a camper van. When it comes to sleeping, it's 5 or maybe 6 in total. Well, that would be 4 down here, and up the top here we have a fantastic master bed that's absolutely huge. And as I stretch to reach in here, I'm mindful of the wonderful headroom. And it's not just here, it goes throughout the interior. And that you wouldn't get in a camper van. And then of course you need storage, and there's plenty of storage here. The only thing I would add is that there's space, but you'd have to watch out, with 5 people say, on the weight issues because of the limitations imposed by the base vehicle itself. Now with a party of 5, there are tummies to fill, and we're in the kitchen because typically you're not going to get one like this in a camper van. Oh, I know it's a little bit small on the UK standards for coach builds because this is a Hymer, but the storage is incredible. Look. Vegetables, 2 waste bins. Extraordinary. For cooking, there are 3 burners. You often only get 2 in a small camper van. And there's also a very large fridge. And to access the sink, you just slide the chopping board. Not forgetting that this Hymer is 12 years old, what would you find different on a new van? Well, the latest ones would have a removable carpet. It's much easier then to take out for cleaning. And look at this. What a scrambled mess for the heating, water and space. On a modern van, you'd probably have an underfloor system like the whale water heater or maybe the diesel-driven heaters that run off the engine fuel. We've been in the living accommodation, now it's time to get in the cab and talk about the engine. This is a 2003 model, and regrettably the diesel engines of this period had emissions that were unacceptable in certain big cities, like London for instance, where you have to pay a huge amount to take a vehicle like this into the central areas inside the M25. But then again, is that where you're going to spend your holidays? Also looking at camper vans. Camper vans, of course, are easier to park than a vehicle like this. They're not so high, so they don't have difficulties with the barriers over some of the car parks. Then, on the side of the coach built, you've seen the accommodation in the back. The place is for 5, with proper belted seats, and the fact that you can provide sleeping accommodation for that number 2. Accepting the price we quoted at the beginning, isn't this a great way to enter the world of motorhome ownership?